Everyone, Crafty Vicky here with you, and today we're here for day 21 of 30 inks in 30 days, and I'm using another one of the Watermans from ink flight number 38, which was March 2020, and it's the Absolute Brown. And I thought it was going to pair beautifully with this vintage pen. So this little guy was a complete mystery to me. I got it off eBay, and there wasn't much that was said about it, and there was no brand on it, and the nib says, I forgot what this nib says, something about unique design or something like that, and so it has a clip that's very similar to clips that would be on Parker's. But the design, even though it's similar, it's not the same, and it doesn't have the twist fill. So I couldn't figure it out. So I asked, I got it because I thought it was beautiful, and it was fully restored. The person that sells it on eBay restores the pen and then sells them. It's Right Vinyl, I think that's the store name. And so the pen is in beautiful condition, but I didn't know much about it. So I asked the people from Canadian Fountain Pen group on Facebook if they knew anything about this pen. And then I got all kinds of response of people saying, oh, it could be a Franken pen because of the fact that the lines don't match up, that it could be a false Parker and whatever, but then somebody actually said, well, that pen reminds me of something I've seen recently, and so he referred me to another a pen site of somebody that actually restores fountain pen, and the I'm not used to filling up this type of pen, so I'm just hoping I'm getting as much ink as possible. So he referred me to a website of another fellow Canadian that restores some fountain pens, and one of the inks, not the inks, I have ink on my mind. One of the pens that had been restored was this little beauty, but in a different color. So okay, what's going on? I sure hope everything is good, because technically it should be. I don't see why it should leak. Maybe I'm just holding it wrong, and I put my hand too close to this and had not cleaned it off. I don't know. So he referred me to that website, and I saw this little pen, an exact match of this in different color scheme, but other than the line colors, it was exactly the same pen, and it was an Hartman, and it's a company that was from Germany, and it's called Golden Pearl. So I was very excited to find out more about my little pen, and I just think, because I mean, technically I don't care all that much about what it is, in the sense that it doesn't change the fact that I love it, but it's always fun to know more about your tools, right? So okay, so we'll start the chromatography on this, and hopefully this is not leaking, and I don't end up, I still have some blue from yesterday, even though I washed my hands God knows how many times, and I cleaned them up with that soap. still feel like I have a lot. Okay, so maybe not now. Those are pretty cool splats. I think it's a really cool color for my little pen. Like, I think it's really a good match. And I hope that there's not too much of a glare with my overlight lamps, and the fact that I've got this glass. It's much better though to clean up, honestly. Like, I'm glad I've got the glass. So this is a beautiful brown, and I forgot to pull out my card. You would think that by now I would have a better organization, but no. So this is another one of those cards that is a bit pale, so we'll just use up the rest of the ink before wiping it off. And yeah, I think it's a very pretty brown, and that it would pair very well with that little pen of mine. So let's see how my little pen is going. So this is the Waterman Absolute Brown. I think that's what it is. Sure, yeah. And we're April 21st, 2021, and I'm using the Hartman Golden Pearl, and it's a fine nib. And that little pen is like really short, so it's nicer with the top on. Okay, so I chose the Poem Good Bones because, I don't know, it's brown, and the fact that it's a small nib. It's really fun having the opportunity to play with these pens, and not just, you know, get them and put them away. Okay, it's a fine, but it does write pretty big compared to some other fines. This is a strange poem about the fact that life is short, but she has shortened it even more by 1,000 deliciously ill-advised ways. So I don't know what how it is around you guys, but it's snowing here today. It's kind of sad to see. And the thing is, there's some plants that had started growing, so I'm just hoping that stuff doesn't all freeze, and because that would be kind of sad. It seems that there is snow elsewhere too, because on Monday when I did the card video on Christmas cards, some people were saying how it was snowing in the US where they were. Okay, this is very dark poem. For every child, the child broken, bagged, sunk into a lake. Eesh. But what are you gonna say? You know, it's called Good Bones, so you would think it's probably about bones. This is a very legible ink, so that's fun. And my pen seems to be working really well, so that's also very good news. I love when I purchase older pen, but they've been restored, so I can use them. Is at least half terrible, and for every kind. Stranger. Such a nice sound, the pen to paper. Ah, the Good Bones is a comparison to a building. Okay, so didn't leak. Perfect little pen. Love looking at it. It's just so beautiful. I'm very, very happy with this purchase. And I got it for really inexpensive because of the fact that there was not much written about it. I think that's why I got it for a very decent price. So the good bones is life is short, though I keep this for my children. Life is short, and I've shortened more in 1,000 delicious, ill-advised ways. 1,000 deliciously ill-advised ways. I'll keep from my children. The world is at least is at least 50% terrible. And that's a conservative estimate, though I keep this from my children. For every bird, there's a stone thrown at a bird. For every child, there's a child broken, bagged, sunk in a lake. Life is short and is at least half terrible, and far and fear. No. And far. Oh boy. And for every kind stranger, there is one that would break you, though I keep this from my children. I am trying. Yeah. Oh boy. I am trying to sell them the world. Any decent realtor walking you through a real shithole chirps about the chirps. I'm missing an R. Chirps on about good bones. This place could be beautiful, right? You could make this place beautiful. So yeah, it's a strange poem. I'm missing. Sometimes I go too fast. So it is a very legible ink. Very pretty. Can see the black outline, and when you look at the chromatography, that's pretty much what you see too, like a lot of the brown and then the dark almost black line at the top. So it makes sense. I think it pairs very well with my little pen, so I'm gonna have fun today playing with this this pen and this ink. I'm not sure how much it held because of the fact that there's still a lot of ink in here, but then I'm not that familiar with these bags. I don't I had some from my pilot Metropolitan, and I changed them for actual converters because I find that at least you can see what you've got, whereas when it's a closed bag you really can't. So anyway, that's it for me for today. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope it's not snowing where you are, unless you like snow. I'm just anxious for spring and to be able to go outside. So yeah, so that's it. Bye.